So in this video, we're going to go over how you can find ideas to build no-code micro SaaS without spending a lot of time validating and kind of just like having a solid 3-step framework of finding problems or pain points that you can build no-code solutions for. So let's go over the framework first if you want to find profitable no-code micro SaaS ideas. So step one is to first find problems or pain points, and you can do that by using paid tools, or you can just use it by browsing. People are willing to pay money to have their problem solved, right? So that's the first step, which is just to find those pain points that people have that are willing to pay money for. Then step two is to create a automation, a no-code on either Zapier, in make.com, or any of these other no-code app platforms that can automate the solution to solve the pain points from step one. So this is to automate, that's step two. Then step three is to create a platform or SaaS where the user can pay you to automate and solve their problems. So that's taking what we built in step two and then creating a actual platform where people can pay money for the automation to actually run. So these are the 3 steps. First, find a pain point, automate it, and then create the micro SaaS that is basically the automation but in a web app or app form. So let's go over some examples, and I'm going to go over my favorite sites to find problems that is essential in this method. So the first one I like is Upwork. This is free, so you don't have to pay anything for it. Just sign up for an account. And what you do, so this is key, you have to sign up for a freelancer account that allows you to look at jobs that other freelancers have paid. So what you can do is you can type in specific keywords. So the keyword I like is automate, but you can use other keywords like automate, data, scrape, pretty much any keyword that will bring up pain points that people have. And then what you do is you just like search through and find problems that people have of stuff that they want automated, right? So this might take a few hours, a few days, but the point is like you want to find a pain point you think you can create a automation for. So let's say I'm scrolling through and I see this, right? So this person is willing to pay $1,200 to have this automation tool for travel itinerary generation. So what I like to do is I'll open up the actual job posting and then just read through it. So what they want is a person to create personalized travel guides for Switzerland for our clients. So this seems like an agency, and this tool will utilize existing database of day trips and activities that we are still building and more features in a intuitive UI. So right here they mentioned that they even want a web app for this, right? But point is they just want a travel guide that can be automated. So the client output will be a PDF with a collection of days with details pulled from our database. Basically like what it is they just want some automation that takes their data and then creates a nice PDF of the person should visit if they travel to these cities, right? So that's like the idea and the pain point. And probably right now they're doing it all manually, so they want it all automated. So this is the pain point, right? So this is step one. Step two is you just use your favorite no-code automation platform. All of them. I don't really have a favorite, but like I think Make and Zapier are at the top. What you can do is I'm just gonna do of the high level of how it would work, right? So I'm not an automation expert by any means. I've just played around with some of these tools. So what are they asking for? So basically asking for, they have a database and they need you to call it. Then after you have the data, then you can create the travel guide. So basically the would probably work is you would have a HTTP request to their database. So probably like a post request or get request to get the data from like their Postgres or Airtable database. So it's probably going to be like this component here where you make an API request, and then probably you're gonna need like AI. So you can use like ChatGPT, where you take the data and then you create the travel. So it would be like ChatGPT. And then after you create the output, what you would do is probably put it inside a PDF. So how do you put inside a PDF? You can probably create a new Google Docs and Google Docs, you can probably convert it into a PDF. After you create a PDF, you can probably email it to the client or email it to a customer, right? So this is like super high level of how like the entire flow works. Again, this will probably take like an hour or so to actually make, but like this is like the flow where it's like you make the data call, you use AI, you create PDF, and then you email it, right? So that's probably the high level flow, and this is like pretty simple automation, right? So that's step 2, where you create the automation. Now step 3 is creating the web app where you can money. So instead of like just only helping this person on Upwork, what you can do is you can create a platform where anyone that wants travel guides can come to you on your website and just pay for the travel guide directly. Like you don't have to only create the script for this one client, right? And that's the beauty of step 3, which is like you can create this scalable microsite can sell to everyone. This step will probably take a bit longer because you need to you can still use the automation from step 2 in step 3, but like you probably need to create like a nice looking UI and linking up to like Stripe and all these other stuff. But I can make separate videos on that. Just comment if you want that. But yeah, that's step 3. And then I just want to mention that if you want like a pretty easy way to find these problems instead of having to go through Upwork, what you can do is you can go on Explore Insights. This is the product that I'm working on currently. But like the great thing about Explore Insights is it basically does what I mentioned earlier of finding problems on Upwork, except it does it for Fiverr. So there's like hundreds and hundreds of categories that you can go into. And then once you go into each category, there are a bunch of problems that you can solve for, right? So these problems are key, and from the problems, you can create like automations for them. So let me just show a quick example. So one of the categories is called marketing advice. And within each category, there are like low price, high price, and the lifetime value. And let's say this one here, create dropshipping video ads and Facebook ads, right? So this is like the like idea per se, and this is the pain point that the person has, which is like they want videos that can help sell their dropshipping item. So what you can do in automation is like, let's say what you can do is you can and see if there are any so this one here, I think I've used it before in the past, which is like it allows you to take some data and then it converts it into video. So we will probably use this. So basically it will create like a slideshow with audio from like inputs that you give it. So you can give it text, images, whatnot, and it will create like a video, right? So probably you will get a input, whether it's from a form or some other input where you and then you create this script using AI, and then from the script you convert that script into a video, right? So the order is a bit messed up, like you kind of get the idea of like how this should work. So yeah, like again, like you don't have to be an expert at make.com. I think the main point is the hardest part is probably just finding problems to solve for, and then if you're able to like market that problem, like the actual process of making the automation in make.com is not that hard. Yeah, so I will see you guys later.